Good morning, students. Today we are going to discuss chapter 11 of your book, that is Rights and Duties. India is a very unique country consisting of a diverse set of people with diverse interests. Here you can see in this picture the people, they all belong to India, but still their dresses are different. Even they follow different religions, cultures, and speak different languages. Still they are considered equal. In India there is no discrimination on the basis of their language, their culture, or their religion. They are considered equal before the law. Law. You know what is the law of a country? Who tells us? Here you can see the picture of the Constitution of India. It is the Constitution that tells the laws of a country. It means Constitution is a document of a set of written rules and basic principles according to which a country is run. Now you have understood that it tells the Constitution tells the rules of a country, and the Constitution is considered as the supreme law of a country. Here, why it is called the supreme law? Because whether the ministers, the president, the prime minister, or common people, all are equal before law, and everyone living in the country has to follow these laws. Now the question is, why is the constitution important? The constitution is important for a country because it tells us how the government is formed. What is the meaning of formation of government? It means the constitution will tell how the government of a country will be elected, who will participate in the elections, and who can contest elections. For these, the constitution of a country is important. It also tells the government what it can do and what it cannot do. It means the laws of a country, the constitution of a country tells the government. No government is supreme, and no government can govern the country according to its own wishes. Even the government has to do work according to the laws, and that's why it prevents the government from becoming all powerful and exploit the people of a country. In every country, or you can say in every democratic country, the citizens have been given some rights and duties. And what the rights and duties of the citizens are, these are also provided by the constitution. It means to know what the rights and duties of a person is living in that particular country are told by the constitution. As I have told you, the constitution gives some rights and duties to its citizens, so we should know what the constitution of India tells about the rights of Indian citizens. Here we are going to discuss some features of the Indian constitutions. We are going to study the fundamental rights, the fundamental duties, and the directive principles of the state policy. If we talk about the Constitution of India, it is one of the longest constitution, and the chairman of the drafting committee of the constitution was Dr. Bhim Rao Ambedkar, and the father of the Indian Constitution is also Dr. Bhim Rao Ambedkar, because he had his great role in the formation of the Constitution of India. Here you can see the picture of Dr. Bhim Rao Ambedkar and how much time it took to prepare the Constitution of India. It was started after the announcement of the independence of India, and it took about 3 years to prepare it. And it was adopted on 26 November 1949, and it came into effect on 26 January 1950, and this day is celebrated as Republic Day of India every year. You all know the Independence Day of India is celebrated on 15 August every year, and before 15 August 1947, India was ruled by the Britishers, and even many of the Indians gave their lives to get freedom for India. And you know what is the difference when the Britishers were ruling in India and now the Indian government is ruling? What is the basic difference and why the people were fighting for it? Because at that time the Indians were not given many rights that are essential to live a life with dignity and respect. If we have to live as a human being a dignified life, we need some rights that were absent in the British rule. But after the independence, we were given these rules by the Constitution of India, and there are six fundamental rights because they are essential to live as a human being. That's why these are called fundamental rights. These are the right to equality, the right to freedom, right against exploitation, right to freedom of religion, cultural and educational rights, and right to constitutional remedies. As in the beginning of the chapter, I discussed with you that all people living in India are considered equal before law, and that is the right to equality. But it was absent during the British rule. Now, every person living in India, whether rich or poor, belonging to different religions, different languages, different cultures, or different states, they all are considered equal. Even the government, the ministers, and the common people all are equal before the law. When some person commits a crime, the punishment is equal for all. The second right given to us is the right to freedom. Here, what is the meaning of right to freedom? We have right to speak what we think. We have right to uh, form associations. We have freedom to live in any part of the country, to follow any occupation, to go in any institution for getting study. Even we have freedom to speak against the government when it is not doing its duty properly. We have the right to criticize it. The next right is right against exploitation. You know what is the meaning of exploitation? Here you can see that some children are doing child labor, and you can see a lady here. You know, sometimes the children and women are sold and bought by people that is illegal. They are sold and bought for begging or child labor or some other work that is against that is right against exploitation. If it is happening somewhere, they can ask they can go to the court and ask for the justice. The next right is cultural and educational right. Here you can see that cultural. It means the people of India who are following different culture, they are free to follow their culture. The people of India or the government can't force them to give it up or follow some other culture. And even they have educational rights, means the people belonging to the lower caste or the upper caste or different religions, they have the right to get education according to their interests. Even the government also gives free education to the children of age 6 to 14 years. The last and the most important right is the right to constitutional remedies. We have discussed five rights before it: the right to equality, the right to freedom, the right against exploitation, and many others. But what is the guarantee that these rights will be given to us? What is the surety that these rights will be provided to all the citizens living in a country? And this in insurance, or you can say this surety, is given to us by the Constitution of India. As the people can move to the court if their rights are not provided to them. The supreme law, the high courts at state level and Supreme Court at the national level provide these laws to us if they are taken away from us. And you know